Hey guys, Sullivan back, playing some Pauper Slivers. This hand seems fine, we'll keep it. We lost a die row, we don't get to go first. Turn one, I think I'm gonna go with Evolving Wilds. Oh, looks like we're playing against 4-color Tron. That's unfortunate. Alright, so... what do I want to do here? I'm thinking... Yeah, let's go with Evolving Wilds, crack it for a... I think a forest here, because we already have 2 sources of white, so let's get 2 sources of green. And against 4-color or whatever Tron, the our best route is going to be super fast. So we got to be as fast as possible, because it does take a while for it to really kick in. Our opponent may not even be playing that, but I don't really know what else uses Remote Isle except for that Flicker Tron. So I think next turn I may go Poison Sliver and Plated Sliver. Turn after that, place a new Sliver. Yeah, we were right. It's the 4-color Tron. Is he holding up a Condescend here? Probably. What do we want to get condescended here? We probably want the Poison Sliver to get condescended, right? So let's play the Poison Sliver. Maybe he'll condescend. We kind of want him to, honestly. If he has it, we want him to condescend here. Yep. Okay. And that we actually want that to happen because I want my Plated Sliver to resolve, and I want my opponent to think we only have 1 land. Because I would just rather the Plated Sliver to resolve than the Poison Sliver. Alright, so let's play our planes. Plated Sliver. Pass the turn. And plus, it gets the Condescend out of his hand, so he doesn't condescend my lords. Flame Slash, alright. So our opponent is really removal happy. I think we should go with Plated Sliver and Sentinel Sliver, but we don't have the mana for that, unfortunately. Maybe we just play Blossoming Sands and Sentinel Sliver. Yeah, seems fine. I want to run out my Lord later because I don't want him to remove it. And there's really no reason to play it first. Like, I can play all my creatures and then Sentinel Sliver, and then they still get the buff. Now, if I get to attack, or if it's optimal for me to attack, then I'll play the Sentinel Sliver, because then I'll get the damage. So our opponent is 1 off of Tron. Goes back over to us. What do we get? A Sliver Lord. Okay. So I have 4 mana available. I can play both my lords. I think I'm going to do that. See what my opponent does. Probably going to counter here. Okay, he didn't counter that one. Maybe he has a instant removal spell, like a lightning bolt or something. Play another lord. See what he does. Alright, so go to combat. Attack in for 4. If I can dodge lightning bolt this turn, then my Plated Sliver will give my creatures a 4 toughness. That'd be nice. What's he casting here? Forbidden Alchemy. Alright. Let's take a look at his graveyard, see what he discards so we can get a good idea of his deck. So far it looks like Counterburn. Impulse, Moment's Peace, Prism. So yeah, it's the standard Rainbow Tron. Probably has Ghostly Flicker, things of that nature. And he just naturally draws Tron too. So he's got 9 mana. Here comes a Muldrifter, probably. Yep. Well, it's kind of hard to be fast enough to beat natural Tron, but we're going to try it. What do we get? Sidewinder. What do I want to do? Do I want to play Sidewinder and Plated Sliver, or do I want to use Lead the Stampede? I'm thinking creatures. I'm thinking about playing the creatures here. Let's go with Sidewinder first. He can Condescend for 2. So I'm gonna be playing around Condescend like this as well. I still have Condescend mana open, and I'm gonna play Lead the Stampede next turn. We'll go ahead and attack with everything. We've got Vigilance, so that's nice. Alright, opponent goes down to 6. We'll pass the turn. So we're in okay shape. With Rainbow Tron, you really never know, because they've got Moment's Peace. They have all kinds of stuff to stop damage, things of that nature. The Moment's Peace is what I'm afraid of. And see, he has the wall, so he's going to get back Moment's Peace. And he has Ghostly Flicker. Whoa, he's getting back Flame Slash. Because he can flash back Moment's Peace from his graveyard on our next turn. And that's why he's not playing the Flame Slash here, because he's just going to Moment's Peace. And he's not even leaving up blockers, so because he's not afraid of it. Snoo Sliver. Well, I guess we can play this because then he can't block with the wall effectively. And it puts our creatures out of Flame Slash range. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and attack. He's going to use Moment's Peace here, but I'd rather make him use it. There's an argument for me not to attack with so many creatures because he may have Keep Watch. So I think I'm going to hold back the 2 Lords. Attack with these. Even if he blocks, he still dies. Yeah, let's do that. Because he may have Keep Watch, right? And I don't want him drawing a boatload of cards. Flashes back the Moment's Peace that we know of. He's got 5 cards in hand. The odds of him having another Moment's Peace is pretty big. Plays a Mole Drifter. Okay. And a Power Plant. Oh my gosh. Does he have no Moment's Peace? Mole Drifter, okay. But he already played a land this turn. So he can't cast Moment's Peace. What's he casting here? Is this a Flame Slash? It's not going to do anything, is it? Flame Slash, alright. And scoops it up. Okay, I see. So next turn I was going to use Lead the Stampede, and I would have ran into a few creatures. But I think we managed to get through that one okay. Let's take a look at what we got. Moment's Peace really sucks. He's got Flyers, so maybe Spinneret will be decent. Quick Sliver would be pretty good. Journey's good against the Flicker combo, because I can get rid of the walls. But then he flickers in response. That's a little bit sad, isn't it? Don't really need a life gain. Don't really need enchantment removal. I think I do want the Journey to Nowhere against his flicker targets. We can take out Commune with Nature. Let's bring in Quick Sliver, I suppose. We'll bring in one Quick Sliver. Maybe one Spinneret Sliver. Could use Vines of Vastwood against his... Yeah, let's use Vines of Vastwood because that's good against his Flame Slash. I can use it on my creatures, but then I can also use it on his creatures for his Ghostly Flicker. This is probably a match where I want to take out a Sentinel Sliver too. I probably don't need more than one. If I lose this game, then I'll take out these one Sentinel Sliver for a Spinneret Sliver. This hand isn't great, but it's got lands, it's got spells, and I don't want to ask for much more than that. Play the Evolving Wilds, or do I want to play this Poison Sliver here? Since I drew a Plains, I can play a Talon Sliver turn 2. Let's go with the Poison Sliver. Start getting in the early beats. Maybe I probably should have played the Evolving Wild so that I can turn 3 lead the Stampede, but it is what it is. There's his map. Passes a turn. Sinu Sliver is pretty good. I think I want to play Sinu Sliver here. Start getting in some damage. I think he's going to be mostly focused on building Tron. He may attack my creatures or shock my creatures, but if he does, then that slows him down on building Tron. So it's not the end of the world. Wow, he draws a tower. Okay, so he could have Condescend here for 2. The Talon Sliver getting Condescended isn't really bad at all, because First Strike isn't really going to do a whole lot in this matchup, because I'm not really playing against aggro. Let's go ahead and attack here. Yield to the poison. Alright, play the Talon Sliver. If it gets Condescended, it's fine. I don't think he is, though. He wants to crack his map. Play the Evolving Wilds. We're going to crack it for, I think, probably a Plains. Since I have 2 white spells in my hand. Maybe next turn I'll want to do like Journey and Sidewinder or something like that. Cracks his mine, or cracks his map for a mine. Yep. Plays his mine. So he's got 8 mana. Prism. Alright. If he plays a creature here, like a Muldrifter or something of that nature, I'll probably end up Journey to Nowhere on it. Really, 6. Oh, it's that guy. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to Journey this guy, because he's a huge a flicker target. What am I going to discard? It's going to be one of my slivers, I think. Next turn, I'm going to use Journey to Nowhere. So I think I'm going to get rid of this Talon Sliver, because next turn I can use Journey to Nowhere Sidewinder. There's probably a better choice than that, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also happy I got that second Plains, because now I can do both these spells. I have all the Lead the Stampedes in the world. Alright, Journey to Nowhere on that guy. Play the Sidewinder. Attack in for 4. Send my opponent to 11. We're not being quite as fast as I would love to be. We're doing okay, but I'm afraid of Moment's Peace. And I feel like it's coming. Opponent plays a Shimmering Grotto. And probably a Muldrifter, I imagine. Not sure what he's playing. Oh, another one of those. Yep, another one of those. What's he gonna bounce? Probably the Sinew Sliver, I imagine. Journey. That's pretty clever, isn't it? Discard a card. Well, we're not gonna discard the Journey. Gonna discard Lead the Stampede. Wow, that's a pretty good little deal he's got going on. I really hate playing against this deck. What are we going to discard here? Probably the Sidewinder. If I attack and he blocks, they go down to a 3/3 and my creatures still die. I think I want to get rid of the Sidewinder. If the Sidewinder enabled me to effectively attack, then I probably would keep it. Plated Sliver. Well, I guess I got a Journey here. I got a Journey. I can't... Ghostly Flicker makes this just too much value here. He's got 2 targets for the Ghostly Flicker. That would just really hurt me. Play the Plated Sliver. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn. We can't really attack in here. There's the Muldrifter. Probably a Ghostly Flicker, I'm sensing, either on his turn or during my turn. He's probably going to Ghostly Flicker on his turn here. Oh, Serrated Arrows. Okay, that's interesting. Doesn't attack. I probably would have double blocked. I don't know. It would have been a hard decision. Lord or Lead the Stampede. If I use Lead the Stampede, I can't cast anything. I'm thinking Lord here. He's got Condescend for 1. So yeah, I can play the Lord here. Hold up mana for Condescend. My creatures still aren't really strong enough to attack through his horror creature here, the Dinrova. So we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Maybe next turn I'll finally get to use my Lead the Stampede, and then he'll get to Condescend it for 1. I'm surprised I didn't see a Ghostly Flicker there at the end step. Swiftwater Cliffs. Goes to combat. Doesn't attack. Passes the turn. Wow, okay. I think at this point... Ooh, if I use Plated Sliver, I can't attack in here. That's something. I think I'm going to do it here. This will allow me to attack in. He probably has Trickery. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't have Trickery of some sort. Either some Ghostly Flicker or some crazy stuff. Maybe Moment's Peace. But we got to put the pressure on. We got to make him use his spells. He has to have Ghostly Flicker in his hand, and he's probably going to flicker his horror, his Muldrifter. Okay, so he blocks there. Probably going to Lightning Bolt it. Serrated Arrows, okay. So he's down to 3. He takes 3 poison. And I think it's pretty confident to say at this point he doesn't have Moment's Peace or Ghostly Flicker in his hand. He could draw it, but I don't think he has it. If he did have it, I feel like he would have played it. But he's down to 3, and he's at 8 poison. So I think we're doing okay here. But that can turn around at any second against against this Tron build. So he has to do something here or he dies from poison. Play a creature, probably Rolling Thunder here, is that what I'm seeing? I think I'm seeing a Rolling Thunder. But he has to either play a blocker, kill one of my creatures. There's a million things he could have. He's not going to die next turn, I can tell you that. There's no way he's dead next turn. I think he's got Rolling Thunder, and he's going to wipe my board for 8. Oh, he's got to do... Yeah, he's tapping out for Rolling Thunder. Yep. Alright, he's got Condescend for 1, so we're going to play this Forest here. And we're going to cast Lead the Stampede. Hopefully I get a handful of creatures. Journey goes to the bottom, that's really sad. Do I want to play the Poison Sliver now into a Condescend? He's at 8 poison. Yeah, I think I am just going to go ahead and cast it. Let's get the card out of his hand. He's got a Condescend, so... Oh, whoa! He didn't counter it, because he has Serrated Arrows. Alright. He's going to hit me for another 6. Talon Sliver. Well, I think I want to cast the Talon Sliver and the... I guess we'll cast my 2 1-drops here. Or my 2 2-drops. Talon Sliver, Snoo Sliver. He'll probably use Serrated Arrows in response. Yep. Alright. Probably Condescend this. Yep. Oh, well, Mystical Teaching, so... What did he get? Probably Lightning Bolt. Exclude. Alright. Alrighty. Well, we were close. We weren't fast enough. That was the problem. Against this Tron deck, you have to be super fast. What's he tapping out for? Teachings. Probably getting Lightning Bolt. So he can win. Ghostly Flicker. Yeah, he's got it here. We'll go ahead and concede. He's got this game. Go to sideboarding. What do we want to do? I think we don't want the Sentinel Slivers. We want Vines. Do we want Nature's Claim for the Serrated Arrows? I don't think it's that necessary. I'm not a huge fan of Quicksliver either. Spinneret Sliver is not terrible. I think I want Commune with Nature to try and dig up some Lords to be faster. Seems like a pretty good way. We'll go ahead and run it back with that. We get to go first, so that's a plus. Opening hand is decent, I suppose. Turn 1, I guess Poison Sliver. turn 2, Sidewinder and Blossoming Sands. Turn 3, lead the Stampede. Swiftwater Cliffs for the opponent. Well, we can't, my bad, we can't cast the Sidewinder. Blossoming Sands comes in tapped, so we'll go ahead and play the Blossoming Sands, attack in for 1. Pass it over to the opponent. I would not be surprised if our Poison Sliver gets Flame Slashed. We almost had our opponent last game, man. We were super close. Alright, well, I think I want to use Lead the Stampede. Let's attack first. If my opponent has a Lightning Bolt, I'd rather him use it here. Alright, so he goes up to 2 poison. And we'll use Lead the Stampede. It'd be nice if I'd get some more Poison Slivers, actually. We get 2 Lords, though. That's not terrible. Journey to the bottom makes me sad. So next turn I can play 2 Lords. I wonder how fast my opponent's going to be here. No Tron pieces. That's a plus, for sure. Play the Plains. Let's get some Lords down. He probably has a Condescend. That's why he paused there and sees I had 2 mana up. I think I'm just going to play Sidewinder here. I don't want to lose my Sinew Sliver to a Condescend. Yep, you see? He has a Condescend for 2. Yep. So I'm happy we waited on the Sinew Sliver. Let's see how he scries. 1 to the bottom. And 1 to the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and bash in for 2 and pass the turn. Our opponent doesn't have any Tron lands on the board, so that's definitely a plus here. Next turn, I can cast Sinew Sliver and lead the Stampede. There's his first Tron land. Prism. So he probably has another Condescend here. For 1. I think I kind of want to use Lead the Stampede first. And I'm playing a land to play around the Condescend. Oh, we got a bunch here. Let's make sure I click on them correctly. That's a good Lead the Stampede right there. Okay, so I think I want to play the Poison Sliver. Actually, no, let's just play down a Lord here. Fish out his Condescend if he's got one. He doesn't have one, or he didn't want to use it. Let's attack. Pass the turn. So that was a really good Lead the Stampede. He gets 2 more poison. Goes up to 6 or 5 poison. What's he got here? Impulse. All right. So next turn, I can play Poison Sliver. And I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so next turn should be lethal unless he does something significant here. He could have a Moment's Peace too. There's a million cards he could have actually. Plays an Expedition map. He hasn't played a land this turn, so he may crack his map. I would love to see him tap out. I don't want to see Moment's Peace. Played a second Power Plant. Alright, back over to us. What do we want to do here? I think I want to bait out a Condescend with a Lord. And then play Poison Sliver. Alright, he didn't counter that. Let's see if he counters a Lord here. Or this second Lord. Actually, I want to tap differently. In case I want to place a new sliver. Alright, he's letting everything go down here. He's got to have something or he's just dead. He probably has Moment's Peace. Let's go ahead and attack here. He's dead to damage, but he's got a Moment's Peace here. He has to. I think I'm just going to attack. I'm just going to attack with everything. Threaten lethal. He's going to use Moment's Peace here. Yep. And I'm going to play the Sinew Sliver. I want to build up my creatures so that Rolling Thunder is more difficult to cast. This may be a Condescend right here. Nope. Wow, okay. So he's got, he's cracking his map. Probably going to get a mine. No, he gets a tower. So he may have his mine in his hand. It's always best to get power plant and mine first. Maybe he just doesn't care about that. He's got 5 cards. He can flash back Moment's Peace, so I need to keep that in mind. I'm out of Flame Slash range, and it's going to be hard to Rolling Thunder my board at this point, since all my creatures are so big. I'd like another Lead the Stampede. So it's not looking terrible, but, you know, he can do some crazy shenanigans with his ghostly flickers and such. I'm going to hold on to these lands because of the Denrova horror. It makes me discard, and I want to be able to discard the lands. So I'm not going to play any more lands here. Unless I get flooded, if I get a bunch of lands, then I'll go ahead and play the Blossoming Sands for the life gain, but other than that, I'm not going to be playing much lands. He uses a crop rotation to go get a mine. Mystical Teachings. Probably going to get a another Moment's Peace, which kind of sucks. Don't like seeing that. Yep, there's the Moment's Peace. Alright, back over to us. Evolving Wilds thins the deck, so I am going to be playing that. This may be a Condescend here. Nope. I am going to play the Evolving Wilds, because I want to thin my deck. So we'll crack that, get a Plains. Go to combat. I'm only going to attack with enough to be lethal because I don't want to get blown out by some ridiculousness. We'll attack with these two, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just attack with those two. Threaten lethal, enough to make him use his Moment's Peace. Looks like he's going for the one in his graveyard. Okay. Kind of sucks that he still has 2 more uses of Moment's Peace because of his hand. He can also flash back Teachings to get another Moment's Peace for 2 more fog effects. However, we got to keep in mind that he still has to win, and I think my board presence is pretty dominating. Another land. Alright. We're going to attack with 3 creatures here to threaten lethal again. And that's it. Because I'm afraid he may have Keep Watch, and I don't want him drawing a million cards. Alright, he plays the Keep Watch from his hand. So, as I was saying, even if he does start going off, he still has to win, and our board state's pretty dominant here. And he's at 6.5 minutes. So, I'm feeling okay about my current position. He plays Forbidden Alchemy. 2 cards in his hand. One is a Moment's Peace. Now he has 3, and he's going to draw another one, so he's up to 4. And we know one's a Moment's Peace. If he used Rolling Thunder, he could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So, yeah, I think we're doing okay there. Another creature. Let's go ahead and attack here. We'll attack for 3 again, just to threaten lethal. We're not going to attack with 2 Predatory Slivers, because Echoing Truth exists. I'm sure he doesn't play it, but it is a thing, so... Just attack with these 3. He's going to use Moment's Peace. Flashing a... Oh, what's he doing here? He has a Moment's Peace in the graveyard. Doomblade. Sure wish I had my Vines of Vastwood here. Is he going to take this damage? He is. That's a bunch of poison. You know, if I attacked with all of them, he would have just used Moment's Peace. So I know you may be thinking you could have attacked with all in one, but he would have just triggered his Moment's Peace if he felt threatened like that. I'll play the Gemhide Sliver, only to have just more creatures on the board in case he goes off with Denrova. I'll have more things for him to have to bounce. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. So he's now in the red zone on time. Plays a Mystical Teachings. What is he getting? Another Moment's Peace. Alright. I'd like to lead the Stampede, or a Vines of Vast would be okay. There's a wall. What's he getting back? Doomblade? I think Moment's Peace is what he should get back. Doomblade is a little ambitious, I think. But he gets it back. Maybe he's trying to cut down my lords so that he can Rolling Thunder me. Alright, he passes a turn. He gives me a chance to draw Vines of Vastwood. I'm going to Journey to Nowhere that Flicker target. I don't want him Ghostly Flickering it. I'm almost surprised he didn't Ghostly Flicker in response to that. I'm going to attack with 3 creatures here. Force him to use his Moment's Peace or Doomblade or something. I should have attacked with a Gemhide Sliver, actually, instead of a Lord. I don't think it'll really matter. He's flashing Bat's Moment's Peace. He's got 1 in his hand. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. What's he casting here? Doomblade on the Lord. Alright. Wish I had Vines of Vastwood. Now he can Flame Slash. Flame Slashing a Lord, probably. Yep. Sure wish I had Vines. Lord Sliver is pretty good. Go ahead and play it. Probably going to condescend. Didn't condescend. We'll go to combat. Attack in with the Gemhide Sliver, 1 Poison Sliver, and I guess 1 Lord here. Probably going to flash back his Moment's Peace. Or cast it, rather. I think he has 1 in his hand. Yep. Alright. My creatures are still in the range of Flame Slash, which is a bummer. He's got 3 cards in his hand, a Moment's Peace in the graveyard. He's at 2.5 minutes here. Plays a wall. Probably gets back, I don't know at this point. Moment's Peace, alright. Wasn't sure he might get back Doomblade, he did last time. He needs to start pursuing some kind of game plan of a victory, though. Alright, what do we get? I was really wanting to lead the Stampede. Plated Sliver is not bad because it gets me out of Flame Slash range. We're going to go ahead and attack. I want to force him to use his Moment's Peace. So we'll go ahead and attack. And there's the Moment's Peace. Is this the flashback? Nope, just a regular cast. Oh, that's the one he got back with the wall, right? Okay. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. He's under 2 minutes. Plays a mine. Is this a Rolling Thunder? Probably a Rolling Thunder, and then he's going to flicker his wall, maybe, to get Rolling Thunder back. Well, we know one of his cards is Rolling Thunder. Unless he just did that to mess with me, but I don't think so. Oh, it's Dinrova Horror. Or Dinova Horror. Okay. Well, that's why we kept the lands. Okay, he's choosing the, yep. And then we'll get rid of the forest. Gets back his wall. What's he gonna grab? Moment's Peace. Okay. Well, I think I want a journey, but what do I want a journey here? Probably the Dinrova. Yep. Play the Plated Sliver. Go to combat. Let's attack in with these items here, I suppose. What? Oh, okay. Now he's gonna... I thought he wasn't gonna cast anything. There's the Moment's Peace. I sense a ghostly flicker at my instep. I haven't seen it. Have we seen a ghostly flicker yet? I don't think so. Well, he's at 30 seconds, so I think, unless, I don't know, I have no idea what he could possibly do here. I don't think even a Rolling Thunder could do it. Echoing Truce. Alright. Hey, he does play Echoing Truce. I was talking about that earlier. He's at 10 seconds, so... Alright, there it is. Well, guys, we managed to take out the Rainbow Tron. The Flicker Tron is what I call it, but I didn't even see Ghostly Flicker. Surely he plays it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you like Slivers. If you like this deck, give it a thumbs up. Let me know you want to see more of it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.